So yesterday, Donald Trump flew to North Carolina. I covered it live on our various live platforms. The new strategy appears to be straight up indefensible lies that are totally divorced from reality, no longer even trying to couch the lies as being even remotely or plausibly believable. Trump was asked about the fact, and it is a fact, that he's behind in the polls nationally and he's behind in important states. And Trump just responds, I'm winning everywhere. And he doesn't just say I'm winning everywhere and leave it at that. Trump actually lists states in which he claims he is winning despite what the polls say. Take a look at this visibly sweaty Donald Trump lying uncontrollably once again.
Mr. President, your poll numbers suffered in recent months because of your handling on the pandemic. You're here now today. What's your plan going forward to prove to Americans that you're the right person to lead?
I think the poll numbers are very good. The poll numbers we have are very good. We're leading in North Carolina. We're leading in Pennsylvania. We're leading in Arizona. Our numbers. We're leading in Arizona. We're leading nicely in Florida. I think our poll numbers are very good. We're leading substantially in Georgia. I mean, we get a lot of suppression polls. We get a lot of fake polls, just like we have fake news. I mean, it's a terrible thing when you look at it. But I had the same thing 4 years ago.
Now, I've said, listen, today I've spent a bunch of the show reminding you Trump can win. Yeah, Trump can win. But here he is simply lying. Poll numbers are good. I'm leading in North Carolina. He says he's leading in Pennsylvania, Arizona, Florida, in Georgia substantially. The numbers right now, averages in these states are that Biden's up by 4 in Arizona. Biden's up 8 in Florida, which is incredible. Trump is up by 3 in Georgia. I don't know that that's overwhelming, but he's up by 3. Biden's up 8 in Michigan. Biden's up 3 in North Carolina. Biden's up 7 and 6 in Pennsylvania and Wisconsin, respectively. So, of course, Donald Trump is lying. But my question is this a good strategy for Trump from the standpoint of get out the vote? And what I mean by that is, if Trump's followers believe Trump, the polls are fake and Trump's winning, aren't they less likely to go out and vote? In other words, if you want Trump to win, are you not more motivated to get out and vote if you believe Trump may actually lose your state? Now, I'm not giving them advice. I'm thinking out loud. Wouldn't Trump be better off saying something like, we're taking the campaign seriously in every state. I plan to fight for every state because I think I'm better for the people of all of these states than my opponent, rather than saying we're actually winning. Because it seems to me that saying we're actually winning might suppress his own turnout. I just don't understand the strategy. And maybe it's not really strategy. It's just Trump's personality, Trump's narcissism, and Trump's delusions of grandeur that force him to do this. Now, later on during this same event, Trump hilariously says, how could I be losing Florida? There's a whole bunch of boat owners in a man-made lake that have Trump flags that they are flying proudly. Take a look.
When you look at Florida as an example, you have thousands of boats out of the ocean, out on the intercoastal. You look at other states where likewise you have thousands of boats and they're all waving the Trump sign, Trump-Pence sign, and they're so proud. Thousands and thousands. You've seen it where you have bikers for Trump with lines that are miles long on highways going along on weekends. I think there's more spirit now than there's ever been for my campaign, and that includes 2016, where obviously there was great enthusiasm, great spirit. We had great spirit. I think there's more today because what we've done, nobody's ever done before. Nobody has ever rebuilt the military, cut taxes the most in our history, created the greatest economy we've ever had.
The focus on bikers and boaters is just weird. Maybe Trump doesn't understand polls versus anecdotes. I don't know. One other key moment from this short question and answer period that Trump did, and this is a common thing. Trump has brought back the coronavirus press briefings, but he takes very few questions, very, very few. And of course, he never actually answers them. Trump was asked, when you spoke to Vladimir Putin earlier today, did you bring up the Russian bounties? And of course, Donald Trump would not say.
You did talk with Russian President Vladimir Putin, and I wanted to ask if you did bring up the reports of Russia having bounties on our soldiers and Afghanistan.
We don't talk about what we discussed, but we had plenty of discussion, and I think it was very productive. Please.
Trump offhandedly just dismisses it as I don't talk about what we've discussed. That's not true. I mean, often you do, and often there are readouts where we learn what it was that was discussed. And in this case, Trump isn't saying. What I'm hearing is no, Donald Trump did not call Vladimir Putin out about Russian bounties, obviously. And that story has been very well buried. I've posted on Twitter a few times over the last month what exactly happened with the Russian bounty stories. The responses from the right tend to be something about a conspiracy. I don't know. It's Obama committed some crime tends to be the response, not very coherent. But the story has actually been successfully buried, and we are going to make an effort not to allow that to persist. Make sure you're following the David Pakman Show on Instagram at David Pakman Show. I really am overdue for a new urban garden tour. My zucchinis are out of control. I've got 10 inches, 8 inches out there. I've actually already picked one. It's crazy. My cukes are starting to come in. My tomatoes are like nothing anybody in my backyard has ever seen before. Follow me on Instagram at david.pakman for the latest from the urban garden, if you care about that sort of thing. Otherwise, right after this short break, Coleman Hughes joins me next for what I am sure will be a very interesting discussion. Let me tell you real quick about one of our sponsors, Cuts Clothing. They offer super quality men's t-shirts, and they're giving you 15% off when you go to davidpakman.com/cuts. That's CUTS. Because solid color t-shirts are a really important staple in pretty much every guy's wardrobe. I think it's really important not to overlook the value of having t-shirts you love wearing. T-shirts from Cuts Clothing have been a game changer for me. And as a company, all they deal with are men's solid color t-shirts. So they actually put a ton of thought into the comfort, the style, the durability of the t-shirts they make. They fit perfectly. They're not scratchy. They don't shrink. They don't fade. They don't stretch out over time like so many other t-shirts. They're really the most comfortable t-shirts I've owned, and they look great. This right here that I'm wearing on YouTube is the split hem crew neck t-shirt. Very soft, fits me perfectly. It's the ideal length. Go take a look at what they offer, and once you have it, you are really going to see and feel the difference. Their slogan is, "It's the only shirt worth wearing." You will see why, and you'll get 15% off when you do it by going to davidpakman.com/cuts. That's davidpakman.com/CUTS.